Hello and welcome back to the Level 7 Games podcast,
where we, John and John, talk about literally anything.
This guy here is a professional editor.
Small tweener.
Why the hell are French Canadians making my game?
And who's that guy? Thomas Fancy?
Game reviewer.
How to make it through a disaster, you know?
Oh, son of a... So much blood.
You want to hear some good news? For once? And this guy owns and operates Denver's best gaming stores, Level 7 Games.
With 4 different kinds of oatmeal. And it's hot! If no one will listen.
And we got something for everybody. I know all you kiddos out there love your damn video games, yeah? Yeah? Well, alrighty, let's get on with this.
And every Thursday, we talk about pop culture,
the gaming industries, and how they intertwine with our daily lives.
Welcome back.
The Poo Poo Platter.
Sounds...
Don't get no better than the Poo Poo Platter. All right, we're here again, ladies and germs. The Level 7 podcast. We're having a great time.
Indeed, where this week we're going to, talk to this guy some.
Who's that guy?
He's my brother, Tyler.
Hey, Tyler.
There's a reason, I swear. Okay. We're going to talk about GameStop some. The Fan Expo, the PlayStation Classic lists that have finally come out for the online service.
Yes.
And hang out till the end to possibly win yourself a kick-ass
jacket.
Something.
Check this out. This is the
This thing.
Oh, shit.
They're rare.
Oh!
And only one's been worn by John.
Not many zippers.
So you can win one of these in your size. You gotta wait to the end to find out how. You can't hear anything I'm saying because I wasn't speaking into a mic.
Yes.
So that was my zipper trick, and you can win this here jacket that I made. I'm excited about it.
So yeah.
Can I win it?
No, but I'll get you one.
Okay. But I want to win it.
Okay.
Speaking of winners, this is my brother Tyler.
Hey-o.
So,
you just gotta go winner.
Why the hell are
winner?
Winner.
You said I was the wiener winner.
Sorry. He's the guest.
How you doing? Okay.
Yeah,
True.
I want to be the wiener winner.
The guest in the blanket for it is always the wiener winner. Okay.
There you go. But yes, give us some of your background.
My background. So I grew up being his older brother.
I don't think we need that much background.
It all started on
Probably your stint with GameStop.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, you had to help me out with that one. So most recently, I worked at GameStop just prior to the stock coming up and blowing up and all that.
That sounds like an interesting time to work there. In what is quickly becoming the financial meme of the century, GameStop stock has gone absolutely bat insane. What can I say? I mean, the question is why? Why? Is it because that the GameStop stock is currently the digital Pokemon card? Or is it the rumor that GameStop has 4 or 5 sealed copies of Rule of Rose on the PS2 and they might even get them graded? How about that? Well, either way, I don't remember the rest of this, so I'm gonna stop talking now.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. To be honest, when I got the job, I kind of got a couple buddies laughing at me about it because they're like, GameStop, aren't they out of business? Literally, I had a couple people ask me, aren't they going out of business? What's your 5-year plan with them?
Yeah, that was like a vibe that was there for a minute, which is kind of hard to. I don't know. It's definitely interesting that happened, and everybody thought they were on the way out, and nobody really talks about that anymore. Everybody's just like, okay, sounds like they're finding their footing or something now. So
yeah, they're now figuring it out, but a lot of shit had to happen in between. But the stock blew up while I was there. But when I got that job, I actually bought some shares. So I actually had some shares. But then it blew up, and I started freaking out because I thought it was illegal for me to own shares. So I sold them at $50. I bought them at $9. Well, during that time, it went up to $500.
Yeah. That was like 5 days after you did it too. He kept calling me up every day, and he's like, "Did you see the price today?" I'm like, dude, I know. I'm sorry. You don't have them anymore. Let it go.
I just watched that from a distance and was just like, I wish I was brave enough, and I wasn't. I I should have. I watched the whole thing too. When it first started happening, I was like, that's interesting. I mean, we kept joking about it on the fucking podcast. We're like, people who buy GameStop, and then they all fucking made a bunch of money, and I was like, well, fuck.
Yeah, GameStop ended up with $1 billion in cash from that because they sold some of their stock about 6 months after that.
Hell yeah.
And they made $1 billion cash. That's what they're doing all their changes with now because they have this different customer service now. They're bringing in all these different products and brands now. So that money's coming from that. But if you're a company, you've got $1 billion in cash. You're not doing that bad.
Yeah, I wish I had $1 billion in cash.
Next year.
I'm working on it.
Yep.
I'm working on it. Yeah, I just need a few more dollars.
Hold on.
Gotta take the full hour. Let's all count.
Yeah. But
Shit, I lost count.
No, yeah, but it was nuts because I was working on the brand marketing team, so I worked with the VPs of marketing and the VP of brand marketing, and we literally were told to say nothing. I couldn't post about it. I couldn't put anything about how I love my job on LinkedIn. It was not. I did try once, and they took it down. They made me take it down.
wow.
You stop being complimentary, you son of a bitch.
Well, the federal government was watching the stock the whole time, so they actually came to GameStop and said, like, watch your ass, because if you do promote GameStop in any way, it kept making the stock go up and up and up, and it was messing up everything. So we couldn't even say anything the whole time.
That's so interesting. It's like you're working at home during COVID, and you can't even talk about your job. You can't post about it.
And just 5 months earlier, everyone was making fun of me for getting the job, and then I get the job.
And everybody wants to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all of a sudden interested.
That's kind of...
You're like, fuck you guys.
Yeah. Well, now they all think I'm rich too, right? They're like,
Yeah.
Did you make $1 million? Did you make $1 million? No. I made enough to pay for my rent for like 1 month.
Boom, baby. That's
Baby.
hell yeah.
Thank you,
What's
GameStop stock. But no, yeah. So I was there for that whole thing, and it was fun. It was crazy because there's like we couldn't. It was all secretive. Everybody's always asking me, "What's going on? What are you guys doing?" And then finally one day, our VP walks into the room because I was on the brand team. There's about 5 of us that were just full time. We all split up different things. There was one guy that managed all the like puppets, Funko Pop, all that stuff, like anything that was not video game related. Toys. He always did toys. Mm-hmm. Then we had everybody else who was on video games and consoles.
Sure.
And he just said, it's been, I think at this point it's about 3 months into it. He's like, we've got to, thank you.
Yep.
I need to get used to that. We've got to come up with an answer for this. And so they literally threw us in a war room, and we just figured it out. War Zoom, because we were still mid-COVID.
We weren't allowed to
Exactly.
be in a room.
So then we figured
What a fucking crazy year that was.
It still
was crazy.
Is very unreal because it was like we were the busiest we had ever been leading up to it.
Yeah.
Then we shut down, and it was just like slow motion for a month and a half, and then it was like you fall right back into it, right back into like full speed. Oh, shit was wacky.
Do you remember like at the beginning you're like, this will last for a month, 3 months maybe.
Yeah.
Did you ever say that? I said that all the time.
So originally I was like, yeah, whatever, kind of skeptical. And then once it started getting serious and I started seeing people in like hazmat suits and shit in the
grocery
King
store.
Soopers, yeah, that's fun. Not even actual like hazmat teams like picking people up and shit. Like I saw that once.
Really?
Oh my God.
Where?
At the very beginning of it in the parking lot of the King Soopers in Lakewood.
What?
At the gas station, there was like a whole hazmat team like doing this fucking sweep, and I was like,
Was there like a DeLorean there too?
there was. But that was like the very beginning when the paranoia was like right before the shutdown stuff. And then and so I was actually I was like super worried about it.
Dude,
and so I was like,
you
fuck,
never
I'm
walk
gonna
into
go-
a building when everyone else is wearing a hazmat suit. You're like, I'm just here for beer, man. I don't know. No one told me to bring a hazmat suit.
Where's the Cholula?
Is that hot dog still good?
So yeah, I mean, I think once I had known a few people who had gotten it, and that was like maybe a week or two into the shutdown, I was like, Then I went, the opposite way. First time I was like, and this time I was like, the more skeptical type of, So
All right. So what was your reaction when they had to shut the stores? Because didn't you have to close your stores eventually?
I mean, I thought there was gonna be riots and shit. Remember, we like boarded everything up.
That was fucking crazy.
We like locked up all the
Yeah.
product in the back and boarded everything up. We like booby trapped the stores and shit. Like,
Yeah.
because I mean,
We were
I-
fucking ready.
you know, our whole thing was like plan for the worst case scenario. Because why not? You know what I mean? So we kind of went into it with that mindset, and then, yeah, luckily, most people kept their heads. I think so.
Wait, how many did you kill?
Most people. The others I killed with a hot stab.
But technically, we were advised not to talk about that, so. Wow, that was the best time for that.
It's like out of the mug. It's gonna like
Every
little
yeah.
atomic.
One of those like little proximity bites. Fuck.
That was perfect.
But yeah, that shit was crazy. I remember I had to pay $40 for toilet paper. It was
40?
Yeah, it was like right when Raph was learning how to use the toilet too, so he was just using up toilet paper.
40
And I was like,
US dollars.
fuck.
Dude, 40 US dollars doesn't get you much now. Doesn't get you a whole thing. I bet you it's probably that now.
Shit, no, you can go to King or Sam's Club and get like 40 rolls for like $10.
Nah.
Don't be saying that out loud, bro. Everybody's gonna go buy that
mean,
shit again.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Fuck you. That's my toilet paper.
Yeah, leave my toilet paper alone. Only I shop at that Sam's Club.
Yeah. Ain't no one else ever in there.
Yeah, they will kill you. I remember when pandemic was happening. I was living in Dallas, and I went to the Target across the street from my house, and there was 2 packages of toilet paper left. And I literally was like, "Why the hell is everyone getting toilet paper?" Like I was on a road trip for like 2 weeks for work, didn't hear about all the news. Get back, and I'm like, literally in my head, I'm like, there must be a 5K toilet paper thing going on. Did you guys ever have those when you were kids?
No.
Okay. Well, maybe it's just some boring old Laramie, Wyoming we had.
5K toilet paper?
Yeah, well, there'd be toilet paper stuff. Like I just thought there was some 5K toilet paper. It made sense. That's why all the toilet paper was gone. Then the next day I go home, the news is like toilet paper's gone, and
We have to shit in our hands now.
I mean, there was a big concern with that.
I remember.
You had to deal with it.
yeah.
I was like,
That sucked.
it's just crazy. It's just the whole fucking thing was just so, bam, like just all of a sudden where you're like, oh shit, we all gonna die. But I guess maybe your experience was different if you were in Tejas, because they were super locked down here. It was, I mean, I remember people talking about like National Guard rolling in and me believing it. That's how
yes, I remember that too.
authoritarian it felt at the time.
Yeah, Tejas was not is very laid back in the sense. Except there was one point for maybe like 4 months where they were giving out tickets, $500 if you weren't wearing your mask out in public.
Okay.
So I don't think I know anybody that got one, but I heard that they were supposed to be doing that. So everyone was wearing them at that point.
True.
But that was about it. I mean, they were a lot of rebellious people down there.
Word.
Word.
Let's go. I'm
Let's go.
jelly because we were wearing the fucking mask for what, like a full year after, right?
Yeah, I
Really?
think so.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Juliet just got to take off her mask.
Right?
Shit. What? I can't even remember when it had to be. December maybe or November of this year.
Yeah, I think it was only
Or
like
last
2.5
year, sorry?
months ago for us
Was it?
at Raph's school. Yeah, where
Yeah.
they finally didn't have to keep wearing masks every day.
It's like you don't even have to wear it at like the hospital the whole time.
Right.
Like, I was at Swedish the other day and
Really?
yeah, they like people were just not wearing masks. I was like,
Well, it's
They're
because
still
now
there.
it's just the flu,
Wow.
right?
if we have a vaccine,
I guess so.
I don't know.
I know
wanna
We
get
should
into
probably move on to
want to get into this right now?
I really don't. I feel like this is actually one of the things Google said for us not to talk about.
Trap. Trap. It's a trap. I'm gonna put Admiral Akbar up. Pop him right here, dude.
The whole list, we hit every single point to
Yep.
not hit.
Fuck.
Speaking of abortion,
Take these guys off now.
Delete it.
yeah, Level 7 podcast. Everybody.
Jesus.
Well,
I'm kidding.
thanks for
I'm
trying to
kidding.
reel it in.
I try. So, we got invited to the Fan Expo.
Maybe this isn't the right episode to talk about that. Maybe.
I don't know.
No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fan Expo. It's awesome. We get to exhibit there. I wish I wouldn't have led into the Fan Expo with the abortion.
Yeah, maybe we should
Segue.
buffer it with something else. Is there another topic we can hit on? We'll circle back.
Well, we could talk about Twitter some if you wanted to talk about that.
Oh, God. No, I don't want to talk about that either.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Evil
Fucking
Dead.
birds. Oh,
No,
yeah.
no, no. We'll talk
Evil
about
Dead.
Fan Expo. Okay, so we have been invited by the Pop Culture Classroom, a nonprofit, ultra cool establishment. Is that what they would be? I don't know. What would you call it?
Organization.
An
Party?
organization. There you go. Nice organization.
Yeah.
Very organized.
Super organized.
They have invited us to exhibit, and essentially we're going to set up a small 20 by 20 booth that will be like a museum to retro video games is what that portion of it's going to be. That will be available all weekend long during the entire con, which is sweet.
Hell yeah.
Super thankful to those the whole crew over there for reaching out, and we had a Zoom call the other day, and I couldn't figure out how to change my background, so it was just a backwards Pokemon logo the whole time. Super professional. Like, I got it all set up with my background so it looked cool, and then it was just backwards Pokemon, and it still had my D&D name from when we were playing. So that was fun. I was like, yo, what's up?
That's their kind of people, though.
Exactly. They
So-
were grooving.
Wait, can we know the D&D name?
Yujo Viden.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That was-
That's
yeah.
actually also my Jedi name.
Oh.
Damn, it has two purposes?
It does. I can't. I'm not very original, so I already had that one. And I was like, let's roll with it.
That's okay. My D&D character is Torbin,
Torbin.
the dwarf
Torbrin.
from Magic the Gathering.
Bird.
I just gave him
Torbrin.
the last name as well, but now I can't remember it.
Torbrin.
Ungart.
Torbrin.
There you go. Torbrin.
Torbrin.
Ungart.
Torbrin Olmgart.
Yep.
What?
I was gonna say. Put that in. There you go. There you go. I want to make sure that people can hear you. They have to hear you.
What's your D&D name? Asking all these personal fucking questions.
What's that mean?
What does that mean? I thought you
Well, so here's your Jedi name. You ready? So it's the first syllable of your last name, and the first syllable of your first name. So Yujo, Young, John. So Yujo is mine. So yours would be like bow tie, and then it's
already fucked.
that's kind of sweet, bow tie.
I'll take it.
The fanciest.
Wait, was there more to it?
And
than
then
just-
it's the last name is your mother's maiden name, the first syllable of that, and the first syllable of the city you were born in.
city I was born in. Okay. How what would that be?
That'd be
Bow tie.
bow tie press tie.
Where's Ty? I was born in
No.
Houston.
Houston?
Yeah.
Oh, you were? I thought you were born
Bow tie
in Tyler, Texas.
Press
No.
Hugh. Press
Tyler,
Hugh.
Texas was born in me.
Oh,
Press Hugh.
press you.
That's an interesting one. You got the
Bow tie press you.
Yeah, that's tight.
Bow tie press you. Wait, what's yours? We know his.
Yours has got to be Bojo.
Press K. So yeah, Bojo Press K.
Bojo
Presque.
It was one of those very early internet things. Remember in the early internet where it's like, how do you find your Jedi name? Here's the It's like, so yeah.
I do remember those. Now they're all over the place and they all suck.
Right, they all suck. But back then we were like, whoa, it kind of works.
The internet was a magical place then.
Yeah, it was so much more friendly and fun, and I felt like I was actually doing something when I was on the internet back then. Like, you had to work
Yeah.
for it.
Like you.
Well, we were learning it too.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's how we learned how to do that.
True. And now I just get on the internet and I'm like, entertain me. Do it. Do it, bitch.
Your fingers are like,
Dance. I'm just, yeah, exactly. Just poking my eyes out.
I want a horror.
But yeah, the. Sorry.
Yes.
I'm not gonna hop right back into that.
Anyhow, Fan Expo. The other thing that we're doing for Fan Expo is we are going to be doing 2-hour blocks each day of tutorials. We haven't quite picked exactly what we're going to do yet, but it'll probably be... And so this is the pop culture classroom. So essentially this is the area that's set up for the kids and young adults.
Sweet.
And so what we're going to do during those 2-hour blocks outside of the museum that we're putting together is doing like learn to play. So we'll probably do like Magic the Gathering on Friday because they said that's the older crowd.
Yeah.
And then we'll do like Pokemon and maybe Pokemon again. Just kind of depends on we want to really like gauge the interest and make sure like what we're going to be exhibiting is something they want to watch.
Are you
or want to
like,
learn or whatever?
allowed to promote?
Yeah, we're allowed to advertise as much as we want. It is a because we're essentially donating our time and our stuff. We get the booth for free because we're working with them.
Oh, no way. That's awesome.
They're providing that
Those
for
are
us,
usually
which is really cool.
expensive.
They're super
Yep.
expensive.
Yeah, dude.
Especially the Fan Expo, because that's the biggest one here in Denver.
No, it's a huge opportunity. So we really want to.
Yeah. Well, it used to be the Comic-Con.
Yeah, it was Denver Comic Con. So
was
now it's
Denver
Fan
Comic-Con.
Expo. But we were right outside. I think he said we're right outside the Artist Alley.
Oh, sweet.
Like
That's-
right dead
yeah.
center.
What?
Yeah, dude. So we'll be doing the learn to
That's
plays.
Sweet.
Man, it's been a couple years since I was in the Comic-Con.
Are you still doing Comic-Con?
Well, it's called the Fan Expo now
Gotcha,
because
gotcha.
whoever had the name Comic-Con like freaked out or something.
Oh, I think San Diego Comic Con became a brand that then trademarked the name Comic Con. Whatever.
Right.
Jerks.
Just selfish.
So and then so outside of that, so we get to do the museum thing, we're doing the learn to plays, and then in addition to that, they have asked me to essentially give like a presentation, that's the word, on why and how I opened the game
PowerPoint?
store.
No way.
Yeah, like you were talking about that earlier. So that's
Yeah.
what I'll be talking about. And it's like, because it'll be more directed toward youth, you know what I mean? It'll be like young adults and stuff. So I'm going to kind of like set it up like that, where it'd be like, hey, you can do this kind of thing. You can go do some school and learn these skills. And, you know, I went to school here and then I left and I went to another school and learned this different thing, and kind of like present it in a way that's like outside of the maybe non-traditional go to college, get the job thing. But not like, because I went to college. I went 3 different times, and each time I went for something different, and each one provided me with a completely different skill that ended up helping me in the business. So it was like, I'm glad I went.
What? That's cool.
Even though I fucked it up
3 times in a row.
3 times in a row, but I went in, I took the base course of the thing that I really cared about that year, and then I dropped out after that. But I still got to learn enough about that thing I was interested in that I can now apply it to. So.
I'm curious now. What are those 3 things that you did?
So the first time I went for general studies, and I ended up taking statistics and accounting, general
Good
statistics
for business.
class.
Yeah.
So that, in addition to just a general art class that I took that year, and
That's when you started smoking weed.
yeah. And then I don't know when it started, but I don't know how to stop it. But anyhow, so that was the big one. The statistics one, and then the next time I went back, I went for graphic design. So I took a graphic design
sweet.
class.
Both of you guys in on that, huh?
Yep. And that's helped me tremendously, because it's like I've been able to do the T-shirt thing. We did posters, and we've always had stickers. I designed my own logo. Like I've always been able to. I learned enough about vector graphics and stuff that when I have to like get a sign made for the store, I can design my own sign and then have somebody manufacture it and not have to pay like a designer in addition. So it's like some of these skills just were invaluable to me, and it still are. Like it's all the shit that I learned in that one class taught me enough that I'm still like using it all to make T-shirts and shit. So
That's wild.
and then I went for 3D animation and modeling.
No way.
last time.
Like you were the model?
No, modeling in 3D.
I know what he's talking about.
For some,
Let him answer the question.
For some people, I am. For others, just a hideous creature of the night. But that was cool because it gave me a lot of insight into what I was actually interested in, and that's when I like kind of fell back in love with video games and that world again, where I took that art class. You know what I mean? I wasn't quite sure what I was going to school for animation for. I just felt like, I don't know, I just wanted to do that. For some reason, I was just compelled to try to learn how to do that. And so I went and I took one semester of that and just got sucked back into the whole like video game and
Wow.
digital market shit and stuff.
Did you have like a big dream that you were going to go on and create video games at first? Was that kind of like part of that idea?
Honestly, I really don't even know what the hell I was thinking. Like everybody's like, you know how expensive that program is? And I'm like, yeah, of course. And they're like, why are you doing this? All the jobs are out of state. You already have your...
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. I just really want to learn this. But I think it really was just an excuse for me to get... I don't know. I think I was just looking for video games again.
Yeah.
And that just kind of... it taught me a lot about 3D modeling and animation. Taught me a lot about how to speak to games in a way that I think I can kind of dissect them a little bit differently, having a little more insight into how they're made.
Sure.
I think as a salesperson.
There's more of an appreciation too.
Exactly. It's like I actually know I can kind of feel, not completely, but what goes into it. And I think appreciation, that's a perfect way to put it. And I'll probably use that as I try to explain why 3D animation made me better at running a video game store. But I think the understanding where it comes from and how it's made always helps appreciate the art that you get at the end. You know what I mean? People love watching somebody draw a picture or do a tattoo.
Right.
And it's almost like that's almost better than the piece of art at the end sometimes. You know what I mean? Where it's like just watching them do it. You're like, whoa. And then at the end you're like, meh. So.
That's wild. That's actually pretty freaking cool. Because if you think about it,
I try not to. I dropped out of school. I try not to think about homework.
sorry, I had to think about it.
Well, if you want the whole story, you're just going to have to show up at Fan Expo. July 1st through the 3rd.
And then you'll see my scripted speech. I'm going to script something. I'm going to practice it. I'm going to...
That's probably a
holding
very good
signs in the
idea.
back.
I could definitely
just get a
hold signs.
teleprompter. I'll be like Joe Biden up there like, chop-a-da-da-ba-da-da. Come on, man.
Turn around and shake the air.
Yeah, exactly. Just go around sniffing kids. It's like a fucking hound dog. You, come with me. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Shake my hand.
The hairs on my legs.
Oh,
Get in
God.
the water. All the kids want to touch the hairs. Did you see that shit?
I forgot about that shit. Oh, my God.
God bless America.
And that's why he's not going to be at the Fan Expo.
I hope he is at the Fan Expo. I'd like to meet him. I mean, there you go.
That's who you're interviewing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, crap. Be like, hi. He'd be like, come on, man. That's my only Joe Biden thing I can do. Yeah, just keep
Come
doing
on, man.
that. It just gets less Joe Biden each time. It just keeps turning it up.
I can't even try it right.
Yeah. But I think that's it. I mean, we were talking about some other stuff potentially, but that's all hypothetical. So we'll wait to say anything about
Yeah, that's
anything
a good idea.
else. But yeah, it should be fun either way, and I'll keep it chill. For the children, like Wu-Tang.
Chill for the children.
Keep it chill for the children. I'm not gonna. Yeah, Wu-Tang is for the children. That's
They
right.
did have
level
those
7 is for the
Wu-Tang
children.
shirts. You could put Wu-Tang for children.
Oh, we gotta do a level 7 Wu-Tang shirt somehow. There's got to be a way to do it.
Oh, we could figure that shit out.
I feel like that one should be pretty easy.
We got it. Don't you worry. I'll write the idea down so we actually remember it too.
Wu-Tang shirt. Yeah.
That's not how you spell it.
I did a Wu-Tang design for my band. When the band I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a Wu-Tang one for that. It was just the V, but I used the little.
What type of music did you guys play?
It was like alternative rock, probably.
He's like, actually, I don't know what we put.
It's like nobody wants to be like, you don't want to like pigeonhole yourself, like
Yeah.
giving like a generic, but that's really what it was. It was like, alternative to heavy rock. It's like, I never would consider myself like playing metal, but it got pretty heavy at points, but I don't know. It was fun. We had like some funk in there and stuff, so it was kind of all over the place. We never really, we recorded maybe like 6 songs and then played live, I don't know, 10 or 15 times locally, and then
Dang, that's actually not bad.
yeah, we had a good time. It was fun, and then our
10,
bassist
15
moved
times.
away, and that's all it took.
Damn.
That's all it took to break the band.
Weak
up.
ass band.
Yeah, exactly. Who needs a bassist anyhow?
Yeah.
The trick is just to make one of the guitarists a bassist, but none of us wanted to do it. So
Do it in my mouth. Boom, 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 boom.
Just part acapella.
Boom.
yeah, coward. You knew you wanted to jump in there.
Oh, I was getting ready to. Didn't really
You
dawn on me.
missed your
until-
cue, man. We went for
Sorry.
you. Yeah, dude. You had
I'm a-
2 counts
I'm a
to
It was
get
actually
in.
kind of a smooth lead, and I started. He picked up right with it. We just needed you to finish that.
My bad.
Redo everything.
That's it. Your dad would be disappointed. Be like,
Every
my
day.
boys, they had their chance. Anyhow.
Tell him you think he's a disappointment. Okay.
Okay, I'll let him know.
Hey, so I need to tell you something.
And he'll just be like, I know.
I've known that since I was 9 years old.
But yeah, I mean, that's all I've got to say about that. Yeah, Fan Expo should be fun.
Fuck yeah. That's gonna be so freaking dope.
It's crazy. Like I'm blown away that
Okay.
we're given the opportunity to do that. So I'm really excited to show up. You know what I'm saying? Show up and be like, "What's up? We're here. We did a good job." I don't want to let anybody down. So
I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm excited to hear about it. Is it going to be televised or anything? Not televised. Stream.
live on TV on Technicolor.
Biden comes out.
Channel 4, yeah, he just like falls down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe they said they expect a lot of people there though. So
Darn,
I'll
I'd
have
love
to
to
get
watch it.
my theater voice on again. Hello, one of those.
Boom, 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 boom.
There you go.
You lost it, missed it again, dude.
What are you talking about? You get the fuck out of here.
He's like, I got it. He's like, I
got in there that time.
He's like, I was there on every single one of the 4 counts.
Yep.
The fuck out.
I just didn't go with the bass. Figured you guys had it. Can't just do 3 bass tones. That's fucking
Whoa,
Ludicrous.
dude, have you never heard of Primus? Come on.
no.
Yeah. But is a funny word.
B-U-T-T or B-U-T?
I mean, written B-U-T-T for sure, but spoken doesn't matter. It just depends on how you use it. When you say but.
I mean, when I'm talking about B-U-T-T, I go but.
Ooh, but Wadata. Did you guys ever watch Pootie Tang?
What a tay.
Pootie Tang. Pootie Tang.
Dude,
I know
hell
what
yeah.
Pootie Tang is, but I've never watched it.
Definitely worth a watch, for
Yo,
sure.
Pootie Tang. Dude, what was it about?
It's about Pootie Tang.
About Pootie, baby.
Yeah, Pootie
all
Tang.
about
He don't need no
Pootie.
words. He don't need no music, bro. Pootie Tang. Wadata, my damie. Wadata.
Wadata.
I don't know. It's just like, he's this like, I don't know,
That's
black superhero guy who just like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's like a
I
Chris
remember
Rock.
now.
Well, Chris Rock's in it. He didn't write it. I think the guy who wrote it is actually the same dude who wrote Chappelle's Show or something.
Dang.
Or was a writer on Chappelle's Show.
Did you see that Chappelle got tackled on stage?
Yep.
2 weeks ago?
Did see that. Wacky stuff.
Insane.
And that guy didn't get charged with a felony.
No. Did you
got
see
the
Chris
shit
Rock
kicked
came
out of
out
him
and
so
said, "You
hard."
got Will Smith"? Did you see that? He actually did that. He's like, "You just got Will Smith," and then they took him off.
Wow, they messed that dude up, which
I was gonna say.
good for him. He deserves that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could see like 8 people stomping that dude. Like
Really?
literally in the video. Like they're just back there like was like fuck.
Was he?
mean,
Was he like a
had it coming.
protester?
I don't know. No.
He actually said that he was trying to raise awareness for gentrification in his grandmother's neighborhood.
That's
What
true.
that's what he said.
Really?
I don't know. That's what I read. I'm not a newsman. I'm not a newsman anymore. I retired my newsman jacket.
My newsmanship.
My
hung up over
newsmanship.
there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm no longer an anchor, but that's what I heard. That's what I heard. That's what
Left the glory days
what they-
behind you, huh?
That's what they're saying.
We had
we might don the jackets again one day. We'll see.
We had to let it go.
When the news is right.
That's right.
When the news comes rustling into town, we'll be there waiting. We'll be ready.
We can't make the news, but the news can make us appear again in news format.
True.
I do miss doing that, but I was thinking about it today, how much I didn't miss doing that.
Oh yeah, that took a
The
lot
news
of,
format.
Yeah.
it took a lot of
There's a
work.
lot of editing that went behind that. I was very impressed with you guys doing that. I mean, you'd pull them together every week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit was wacky. It was fun, though. We would just write them before we did the podcast. So, like,
Yep.
when we... So, he would show up, and we would do... You know how we were, like, reviewing?
Yeah, yeah.
We're like, yeah, let's... Well, we were going to transition to talking about podcasting.
Yeah, we were.
Oh, that's
do
right.
it
We
right
were
now.
Right now.
Speaking of abortions...
This is how we got into podcasting.
I did it again! Whoops.
I was just expecting you to.
I did it again. I'm nervous.
I wish I could quit slipping up
It's
about abortions.
You don't have a problem with your hands. You just always bring up a point.
Yeah, exactly.
Abortion.
Abortion. Oh, damn it.
You know it's coming when the hands start raising.
I'm just so hungry.
Hey, wait. How do those connect?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Don't worry about it.
Anyhow, okay, so yeah, we're like, hey, we should make some content for the internet because that's what the internet needs.
It's more John and John.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he already had his own channel. We
Yeah.
had a channel, but we had only released like promo videos and shit that like other people had made.
Right.
And so he was making these ridiculously long fucking 16-minute reviews of a single. I'm like,
I do remember that.
his scripts were like 6-7 pages long, and then at some point I was like, hey, can I read over your scripts? And so then I would like throw in some jokes here or there or whatever,
Yep.
and we were having fun with that. And then eventually he was like, we should just make we should make our own YouTube channel for the store and do all this work that we're already doing and try to like
Combo.
combo move. It was like
Yep.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
It's like a combo box meal.
There were two heroes, but we were still separate. We had to pull off the old combo.
Combo. Combo breaker. That's what happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That shit was cool.
It's
yeah.
still cool. What are you talking about? Look at you
I
guys
just
now.
mean the fact that it fucking happened.
Well, you gotta keep talking about the next part. I talked about the first part. I was like,
All right.
that's how we aligned. That was the first twink. That's when we touched tips.
The love story.
Oh God. Well, here comes the next step.
I'm kidding.
That's how you agree on stuff.
Just fingers like this. You know. Well, yeah, you could go ET style, but I was going more like Mork and Mindy.
Oh.
Nanu.
Oh.
Nanu,
No, that's
nanu.
better than mine.
Yeah.
Fucking E.T.
Rest in peace.
What's wrong with
Robin
ET?
Williams.
He's a Muppet.
Did you just find this out?
He's not.
He's not real. I cared for no reason at all. He's an inanimate object.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. No. Actually,
I'd still smash though.
E.T.?
Yes, but only super sick ET.
To try to revive him. Trying to bring him back, right?
No, because I knew at that point he wouldn't be a threat. He can't fight back, and that's saying. Just in case he's not into it. You don't know.
I mean, he can't communicate, so there's really no stopping it.
wow.
Here we come,
I'm
E.T.
kidding. I wouldn't have sex with E.T.
Get
E.T.'s mom.
Don't hate me for this. You don't know what his mom looks like. He was like a baby.
Do you remember when E.T. was in
Should
drag?
have
Do
been massive. What?
you remember when E.T. was dressed up like a woman?
Yeah.
That's what his mom looks like.
Verbatim.
All right, kind of hot.
Smash.
All right, yeah, I'd smash that too. Then I guess. I guess put two on that list. No, I don't think John wants to get on the list.
I don't want to.
There's plenty of room on the paper.
We're talking about puppets here.
Well, all right.
By the way, this isn't real.
Just say it.
ET's not real.
Oh, yeah,
That's true. You bet.
John just realized ET wasn't real. You just said that you would
Real,
have a physical relationship with him.
real enough to smash.
Oh man, I actually never fell in love with that like everybody else did. I thought it was cool, but I wasn't like I was more into like
movies,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Star Wars and all these other movies. E.T. didn't like.
I think ET
me
was
off.
I mean a little bit before.
Yeah.
In the before times.
Yes,
I
it was
guess
definitely
so.
like mid '80s.
Right,
Yeah,
and
which
it was
is- I was
definitely more
a
of
baby.
like because it's a Spielberg movie, right? So
Yeah.
like I don't know, it didn't feel like Ninja Turtle felt like a movie for like young adults and kids.
Yeah.
Where E.T. just kind of felt like a movie with puppets for not old people, but just like I don't know what the target audience, just like anybody. They're just like the Sandlot. Is it just like
Yeah, general.
kind of?
Well, that's why they put it in the family
I mean,
category.
is it a family movie? I guess it is.
I think they
so.
always categorize it as that.
I don't think it is.
I don't feel like it is.
It's it's kind of a fucked up movie, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the kid starts getting sick. Remember that? The kid like is gone. He's like, and they're both like,
Actually,
and the kid like tied down. It's like that shit is fucked up. That's
is.
not like
Give him more
cool.
Reese's.
Like when did that happen in the labyrinth? He's like, Sarah, you won't get out of the labyrinth, and she's like,
Oh God, Sarah!
what's wrong, Huggle? It's like,
are you okay? Are you okay? This is getting too real.
you know. So
We wish you'd
you know
given
how
those
it is.
cookies.
Labyrinth 2 got so depressing.
Yeah, Labyrinth 2 is weird.
Labyrinth?
Yeah. The cod piece was gone. Hoggle was dying.
Yeah. They got rid of the cod piece. It's just
Yeah,
open. You
it's
can just
just
see
Bowie.
his dick.
Yeah.
It,
There's no imagination left. You just got full frontal Bowie.
oh, man.
Yep. The second one.
I'd do anything to have him back.
Indeed.
Yeah. No, those tights were tight.
I didn't really like that last album he released.
Nope. Am I wrong? Nope. Definitely not wrong.
I didn't think it was
And
scary.
the tight, too.
And the tight, dude.
And the tight,
God damn it, stop doing that.
It's a Pootie Tang reference.
Yeah.
I'm glad
We
you got
already
it.
said that. That's what I just said. I just said that.
Because that's Chris Rock, right?
Yeah, that's Chris Rock in that one. He's the guy that says it first.
And then the other guy's like, and it's hot in here too. And he's like, man, it's so hard to get into a Biggie Shorty party. Even Air can't get in the Biggie Shorty party. He's like, Air gets in everywhere. And he's like, and it's hard to get in too. And he's like, I just fucking said that.
Yeah, that's just so good. We're gonna have to watch Pootie Tang when we go home.
We'll watch Pootie Tang.
It's a banger, for sure.
It's a magical time.
It really is.
But-
I'm going to sign your pity on a runny kind.
When did it come out?
For the cat.
It had to be,
That like early
2000s.
I think. Yeah.
yeah, it might have been like one of those MTV movies. I can't remember. Remember when they were doing movies for a little bit?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
'cause they did it for like that
Like
weird
Biodome.
period. And
I love that fucking movie.
That was a good movie.
Free mahi mahi, free mahi mahi. That's when I learned the safety dance song. I was
God.
like, man, Biodome was fucking lit.
Safety dance song. I forgot about the safety dance.
not too many
But they
people
made
like
that.
Pauly Shore anymore. Apparently, Tej was all about it, and we got into a good old Pauly Shore conversation. Of
I mean,
movies.
I've never disliked Pauly Shore, honestly. Like, Son-in-Law was fucking legit.
Oh, so good.
so funny. And
His
then,
name
like,
was Crawl. I mean, the fuck? Remember he like cut it into the lawn? Yeah, shit was tight.
That and then in the army.
in the
Now.
army now. That one was hilarious.
That was good.
And of course, like the video game that they show in the beginning of that one, I kept trying to figure out what the fuck that was.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I eventually found it. It was only like 7 years ago though, but it's a game on the 3DO,
Well,
right?
I don't remember.
Really?
So it's just like, who the fuck had a 3DO?
That movie.
That was the
that-
one part that pissed me off about that whole movie. I couldn't find the game.
I always wanted to play that too
Right?
because it looks so fun.
Yeah. But yeah, the rest of the movie's
What's the name of the
hilarious,
game?
too. Oh shit, I can't
Spill the
remember
beans.
anymore.
Happy Squirrely. Yeah.
Oh, Encino Man.
Encino Man was tight.
That was a good one.
That's what I'm saying.
I like-
Pauly Shore. He was slaying. But then I think it was just like, it was kind of like the Bobcat Gold Suede thing where it's like, we've had enough of this.
Well, yeah,
now.
his humor kind of like that generation was moving on.
Well, right. And you're like, there's holes in your pants, boy. Like, you know, he never moved past that. He was always MTV Pauly Shore. I think he still is, which is cool. I mean,
I haven't seen him lately.
he's
he died.
He made
Did he?
like no.
No, he didn't actually. I'm sorry.
I've seen, or I may have just watched recent, like maybe not recent interviews, but more recent interviews where he actually talks about getting unfamous and stuff.
Dude, that's got to be kind of hard. Honestly, if you think about it, you're used to having all this attention. You build your persona off of this attention, money even, your income's from this, and all of a sudden overnight, it's just like,
Like, yeah, we're
Kevin
tired
Gunn.
of you.
and now everyone just doesn't care. You
yeah.
went from being something where everyone cared to being nothing.
And it was
I think it'd be hard.
Return Fire on the 3DO,
Oh, Return Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which looked totally different on the 3DO apparently compared to the rest of them.
Was Return Fire not on the PS1?
It was, but it didn't look like that. That's why, like, when because the PS1 was where I was trying to find it. I thought he was playing a PS1,
True.
so I kept buying like the Nuclear Strike.
So it's a different Return Fire then.
Yeah.
It's a 3DO version of Return Fire. Okay. Now you know. And if you don't know, now you know, friends. People. So, what else? What were we talking about that got us here? How did we get here? Where are
We were talking about.
I don't.
Who
What's
am
your
I?
what's my name?
Get the fuck out.
Then
Get out of my house.
I just freak out. I told you I was just going to flip the switch at some point and just be like, all right, guys, we got to wrap this up. All right, we've been going long enough.
it's been a minute at least. But no, we were talking about how we began the podcast.
Oh, that's true.
Yep.
That's true. That was a long
Never
time ago.
even got
That
to
was
that.
a long ass time.
Okay, so anyhow, yeah, because we were talking about touching tips and then Mork and Mindy. Anyhow,
E.T.
there you go. E.T.
And what you wanna do to E.T.?
Dude, that was a good tangent.
That was a good
Yeah, it was really good.
All right. Well, anyhow, it was your turn.
Yes, it was. Trying to remember where we were.
Just stop and look.
So
at
we both
Yeah.
had kids at around the
Yes.
same time. So we were hanging out and letting our kids battle while we took turns like trying to play a video game.
Right.
It was really pathetic.
It worked out though. It was
great. Yeah.
But then, we decided to start working together, and that was when we were just we spend like a week thinking of ideas, what we could do repetitively.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be the same thing every time.
Yeah.
And we're like, let's do the news.
Yeah, we're like, there's new news every week. It's just video game boring ass news. It's hard to write about.
Yeah.
Just didn't realize the news was Sony talked about something. It's not real.
No,
like,
bum, bum, bum.
And it's like, oh, make it funny. Like, it's fuck.
It's like, that's
But then-
hard.
Because then we wouldn't get to cover everything we wanted to talk about that week.
But we did that for a year.
Oh man, yeah. I think we have 53 episodes.
53 episodes of the Level 7 News, which
53.
Yeah.
One every week.
it was insane.
We fucking cranked them out.
Good Lord. I remember I gave him, when he was still doing things by himself, he was looking for a Christmas idea. And I didn't come up with the idea, but I was like, play some Christmas video games.
Oh yeah.
And it ended up being like not a good video, and I never wanted to give him advice again.
What? We made the 12 games of Christmas that
that-
day.
On to the next. Oh, let me choose. I know what is best.
Tyler picked up Home Alone because he loved the movie over all of the rest, and he was quite sure it would pass the test.
Well, that was not the top game of the day, but I will now forever play it. For all the holidays. Really?
That sounds like a lot.
Okay, not every holiday, but Christmas for sure. And for some reason, whenever it's hot.
Tell me about your life.
It sucks.
That was tight.
Yeah,
That shit was good.
I watched it.
just wanted to piss him off.
I was just saying, you fucking take that back. That's my life's greatest work. I wrote a goddamn Dr. Seuss novel about it.
That was a long script you wrote that rhymed. I was like,
It was so good. It was really good.
you're sick and twisted in the head.
Oh, I know.
What?
He knows.
I know him. He's my brother.
You're fucking related to me. You have to know me. I know.
Is that how that works?
Super unfortunate for you.
Yeah.
So
Even
that's
if you
how my
hate
brother
them,
always
you
knows
have
my
to know them.
next move.
Exactly.
I'll get you someday, son of a bitch. Syncing up over here. Our periods sync too.
That's what that was. I knew I felt something.
Felt weird walking in today. Am I the only one not?
Almost slipped off my chair.
And then,
John did.
so pretty
twice.
much, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the podcast.
Pretty much after that, because we did the news for so long,
Slipped
and
off my chair. Why?
Because my ears.
Bad? I know why, but why are you letting it get to that point? Because we'll put on a diaper
I don't
or
want to
something,
pause
bro.
the podcast.
Stick some toilet paper and sit on it, you know?
Do you have some? Here, give me your cup.
Wait. All right. Won't finish that coffee.
yeah. So,
Speaking of
So
abortion,
podcasting. Yeah. That's been
oh my god.
go. You better hurry.
You have to
Podcasting.
Okay,
It's a thing.
so we were doing the news, and then after so long, it just didn't seem like people were actually watching the news. Like,
Well,
I was.
yeah.
but then it would come out like a week late
you.
compared to when
You're
the news would happen because I had to have time to edit it because I was one man doing this whole video,
Right. That's true.
and so it would take time. But then by the time it came out, nobody gave a fuck because video game news is just so fickle and stupid. It didn't matter like 10 hours afterwards.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got Spawn Wave and RG87,000 or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all those people that are like, a minute ago, fucking EA took a shit. And and you're like, damn,
1
how am I supposed
million views.
to- Exactly. 4
Yep.
bajillion views. People are just like, can't believe it. Fuck them, dude. We got a riot. Like,
You know what I think actually really did it?
What does that mean for the Spawn series?
yeah.
Is Twitter. Honestly, Twitter's kind of been like, because you get instant news right away. Even when if you go to sports, if a player hates his team, you know immediately that they're probably going to be training him soon because he just tweeted this one thing. Same thing with
We
movies,
got
videos.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, you
did
did
get
get
Russell
Russell
Wilson.
Wilson.
shit's
Sons
tight.
of bitches.
Hell yeah. That's
Fucking
tight.
right, Seattle.
Wait, what's your team?
I'm a Tennessee Titans fan. I got the King Henry. He'll trump over every single one of your human beings on your football team.
I mean, sure.
And then we'll
But
lose
you
in the
also have
playoffs first round.
Tannehill, so.
Yeah. We can finally talk trash about other quarterbacks
No,
now.
screw you.
Yeah. Yeah, you get.
Do you know he actually went to
He
therapy
spoke-
for that?
yeah.
He was so depressed because he was like, I epically failed the playoffs and had to go to legit therapy and he was in it for like 2 months for depression.
I heard that,
He admitted it.
like a Voldemort, Harry Potter type scenario, he can speak with dolphins. Because
That
he
makes
was
a
one.
lot
Who?
of sense.
Tannehill?
Yeah, he can speak with them.
Why do you think he was in Miami for so long?
Wait, you can't speak to dolphins?
Wait, I can't speak to dolphins?
Yeah, you can't speak to dolphins.
In a world where only one man can't speak to dolphins.
What? The rest of you could speak to dolphins?
This is bullshit.
God damn it.
Luckies. And you're like, everybody's just like, yeah, but too bad they're assholes. Like, every time you're like, hey, what up, dolphin? They're like, fuck you, buddy. You're like, yeah, you fucking dolphins. I hate you.
Fucking hate your face. It's so short.
Don't go underwater when I start talking shit. Oh, you
Shiny dildo of a bastard.
Anyhow, so, yeah.
Actually, speaking of dolphins, Austin, just the other day I watched, Jim
Flipper.
Carrey. Yeah, no.
Ventura.
Ace Ventura, because they had the Miami Dolphin in there.
Mm-hmm.
They had Marino, all that. It's a good movie. I haven't seen it in forever.
Apparently you just watched it the other day.
Yeah, just watched it the other day. I guess before that.
Oh, okay.
It's been years.
It's a good one. It's one of the best. It's It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
So
It's up there with Billy Madison, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
I love
Ace Ventura is so fucking good. I mean, it was like was that the first movie that was like a Billy Madison for Jim Carrey, where they're just like, just do your thing, just fucking do you? Because you could tell that's what it was. Where they're like, Jim Carrey, just fucking, here's your character, just go. And he was just like, fucking, let's do this shit. You know what I mean? And that's what Billy Madison was. Was just like, hey, yo, Adam Sandler, here's the scenario that Adam Sandler in is. Just be Adam Sandler really hard.
Just, yeah.
throw these balls at these children.
Really?
Goes balls deep into Adam Sandler, you know?
Do you think he actually knew how to play golf?
I mean,
He does now.
You can learn.
He does
pretty
now,
quickly.
but you think then?
You don't have to be good to learn how to do it.
But he's playing with hockey sticks.
That seems easier.
Who's going to teach you how to
He's
do
only
that?
putting with the hockey stick.
I mean, I guess it's his opinions because they're going to have to agree to disagree.
I'm staying out of this one.
You son of a bitch.
I mean, yeah, he learned how to play fucking golf when Chubbs taught him, bro. It's all in the hips. We watched it happen.
I guess. I actually have no argument for that.
The day Billy Madison.
Okay.
I think you're correct, sir.
So yours was Billy Madison. Now I want to answer what's your favorite Billy or
Adam Sandler.
Madison Happy Madison production.
Yeah, Billy Madison. Easy.
Oh, got you.
Okay, what's yours?
Mm.
There's Little Nicky.
I know. No,
Happy Gilmore. I mean,
I know. I like those. But everyone says they like those. I think for an offbeat one, I like Little Nicky because the soundtrack was awesome. Not a lot of people fell in love with it. I loved it. I'd always wanted to go to New York. Never got to go. And then they loved Popeye's chicken. And back in the day, Popeye's chicken was the shit. Dude, so good.
We didn't have it, so it meant nothing to us out here.
Well, we didn't have it either.
Well, then
But
how
we
did
went
you
to
know?
Texas.
We would drive to Texas in the
see,
summers.
See, that's not fair.
Yeah.
We didn't.
We'd stay in a Motel 6. We'd step around the Needles and then go grab some KFC and Popeyes and whatever we could get.
We
Church's Chicken.
Motel 7.
Is it cheaper?
No, it's
There's already a Motel 6.
Right, but we're Motel 7.
We take it to the 7th level.
Right. But this one goes
But they
to
already
11.
took it to the
But this one goes to 11, mate.
Shit.
Just why don't you just make 10 louder? Because this one goes to 11.
That's fair.
They're making a
Touche.
sequel to
Motel
Spinal
7
Tap.
it is.
New Spinal Tap?
They're making a new Spinal Tap.
No
Christopher Guest.
way.
Dude, I'm so fucking excited for that. Stonehenge and the way people would dance. Did you ever watch Spinal Tap?
No.
It's a good one. It's like a mockumentary of a 70s rock band.
Oh, shit. Well, now I gotta watch it.
It's fucking amazing. Have you ever watched Best in Show?
Yes.
Okay, so it's the same crew as that. So it's Christopher Guest. Have you ever watched A Mighty Wind?
No.
That's another one. That's a good one. It's about like folk bands that they did. It's just like a weird folk band.
What? Who's this producer?
Christopher Guest.
Oh.
It's just, these are his goofy ass fucking movies.
Dang.
Okay, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent.
Podcasting.
Podcast. Oh, God. We're talking about Adam Sandler movies.
I never got an answer.
Oh, yeah. I like Little Nicky because, like, can you imagine having to play that role? Because he's like, my brothers hit me in the face with a shovel. Like, he had to do that an entire movie. That takes 3 months of doing that, or 6 months, or however long it takes him to produce that. I give him credit for that one.
I give him credit.
I like how that's your strong point.
Yeah.
He had to act.
Yeah. I mean, all the other times he was just him.
No, I mean I love that.
That time is the one that he actually broke character.
Well, and
Kind of.
Waterboy was pretty.
Oh, I didn't even think about Waterboy. I'm sorry. I probably have to come back with Waterboy.
Oh.
That was my addiction. Oh, I'm sorry.
You can't change now, motherfucker.
No takes backs.
All right, I'll stick with Little Nicky.
Now you get Mr. Deeds.
That was a good one. He has Hawaiian Punch in the house.
Okay. Well, then you get Big Daddy.
I loved
Oh,
Big
that's a-
Daddy. Yeah,
shit,
you
that's a
could.
great
Yeah,
one, too.
fine.
Okay, then
I'll tell you that one.
you get Uncut Gems.
How did this keep getting worse? I was agreeing with you.
I don't know. I'm just
That one's great.
I'm trying to find the one you don't like, so you can be like, I'm just trying to disappoint you.
Jack and Jill. That's the one you get.
Ooh,
There you
Jack
go.
and Jill's rough.
Fuck.
40 First Dates.
41st.
It's 50.
50?
I thought, isn't it 50?
I got
first
bored
dates?
after 40. I quit watching.
Got a 4/5 of a way through.
Yeah, I was just like, this is good enough. I get the point. Yeah, she forgets everything. And he takes advantage of that. Okay, sure.
Like you and E.T.
It's exactly. You know,
Same lady.
she does die at the end of it.
Wait, in
No, she
what
doesn't.
movie are
She
you
doesn't.
checking?
Never
Wait,
mind. No.
she does?
No, she doesn't.
I've never seen it, man.
If you watch the alternate ending, it gets real gruesome.
Maybe not. I feel like
Wait, are we talking about E.T. or 50%?
At the same
I
time.
think they're smashing into my head together at the same time. He's like, "Hey, E.T., how are you doing?" E.T.'s like, "Fun home," and he's just like, "Hulu."
Shit. That'd be a fantastic.
See,
Yo, E.T., you need to go to the moon. Okay, cool. Sorry.
Just gonna say my pick doesn't even have Adam Sandler in it, unfortunately.
Wait.
Ooh, burn.
Yeah,
Oh, I guess
Burn
you
at
did
Graham,
say Madison
yup. I
Productions.
said that very
yeah,
much on
that was
purpose.
tricky. That's
Yeah.
tricky.
But Grandma's Boy is my favorite.
It's a good one.
That shit is just so fucking spot on to what my life was like before college.
Except for you had a van that you got.
Fuck yeah, I had a van.
You decked it all out.
That's what made it even better. Then I could just get crunk wherever I wanted and fall asleep in the van. It was perfect. Yep.
He no longer has that van.
No, it was taken from me.
My God.
By the government.
What happened to the van? Now I want to hear the story of the van.
Well, I put a umbrella logo on it, and then it just kind of disappeared.
Somebody stole your van?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I traded that shit. I got
It's like, it was a piece of crap, man.
Well, no, it was still.
You didn't love the van that much, did you? Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Tell me how much you love the van.
I regret getting rid of the van.
Yeah,
I really
my
do.
buddy Dan, I didn't know this was going to rhyme, but he got rid of his van.
And he's like, man.
And he's like, man,
For the price of a pan.
wish I couldn't, but I can. But he sold his van and regretted it, is the moral of the story.
Yeah, I did too. But I got the 1995 Camaro, like basically cross board, like even trade, because they
yeah, I
needed
forgot
a
about the
van and they
Camaro.
called me about it. Like they had another customer that needed a van like right then, so they were willing to pay me a little bit more than normal for it.
For
That's a telemarketer.
No, it was a dealership.
But that's what I mean. Like, they're like, can I buy your house?
Yeah, pretty much. But I like signed up for it though, because it was like Kelly Blue Book. You could be like, I have a car for sale,
Oh, is that how that
and
works?
then people would look that shit up. Yeah.
True.
That's how I sold the my engagement ring.
Kelly Blue Book?
Yeah, no, not Kelly Blue Book. No, I
really
kept it
broadened
through
the
college because I was young, crazy, stupid, got engaged way too early, and broke up really quick. And so I was like, well, hell, what am I going to do with this $2,500 ring? I was like, well, I'm just going to hold on to it, thinking jewelry goes up in value. It kind of didn't. Not in the. I needed it like 6 years later. I sold it for less than what I bought it at.
Yeah, it like holds its value, but it doesn't like go up really a lot.
But I went online, I posted it, and then a jewelry store calls me and they're like, hey, we'll buy it from you. It was the same jewelry store that I bought it from.
Oh, those motherfuckers.
Those motherfuckers. They gave me half the price.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Like,
I knew it wasn't going to work out.
they're like, this ring is actually cursed. Surprise, motherfucker.
This ring? Oh, yeah. Actually cursed.
It always comes back home, ain't she? She's made me a pretty penny. This guy.
Yeah.
It's like,
Damn it,
fucking
Tom.
6 years later, it's like, there she is. Give me it. It's like, Father.
I was wondering when you'd come back, my precious.
He was making weird noises. Yeah.
I mean, you can only see the
Gets a
top
bit-
half of them behind that counter thing. So
True. He may not,
just naked from the
he
waist.
may not have had legs.
Oh, yeah. He's just floating.
that motherfucker wasn't
You don't know.
real. He's an animatronic.
So you're saying I gave my ring to a ghost?
Potentially.
I mean, I partied a
ghost
lot
in
in
the
college. I
machine.
didn't party. How'd you end up with the 1500? I don't know.
I don't know what happened to this ghost. Patrick Swayze showed up. Is weird. Fucking weird, man.
Shadows wouldn't leave me alone for a while. It's fucked up.
Fucking weird, man. And everyone would just go with it too. Like you're at that point in life where you don't want to overthink anything, so you just kind of almost believe everything ignorantly. As long as you're partying or having a good time,
True.
sure, whatever.
True.
Probably get away with it.
Yeah, I definitely know what you mean.
Yep.
Well, it's. Should we talk about this thing? How to do the thing?
Yeah.
How to get it? Are we you got more stuff?
Well, we got the PlayStation Classic game list finally came out.
Oh, we should talk about that.
So if you didn't hear about it yet, now there's PlayStation Plus Premium, and when that kicks in, you actually, yeah. I'm trying to make it interesting. I'm sorry.
Wake up! Wake up!
That's why we stopped doing the news.
Yeah, PlayStation Plus Premium is just like a new membership though, where you can have like old school games. Apparently, now you're starting to get like, it's kind of like what Nintendo did with their online shit.
So do I?
Like old school.
Do I
like
have to do
PS1?
anything?
You'd have to pay more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to pay more?
Well, right now, if you're a current member, it's like PlayStation Plus Essentials, and it's like the lowest tier now, which you still get the free games each month and like at the discount, but none of the other stuff.
And so, and what the premium is giving you access to is they're going to rotate out a library of digital retro games and stuff like PS2 and PS1 classics.
I think they're gonna build the retro one, and then there is like a chunk of PS4 games that you just stream now. So that one will kind of change from time to time, but
So they're kind of going for an Xbox Live.
yeah, Xbox
The
mixed with
Xbox-
Nintendo, because they have like just those old school games now that are gonna start popping up slowly, and they'll like release more each couple months or something.
That's cool.
That's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
So a lot of the old ones are like Ape Escape 2, Ark the Lad. Let's find some good ones. BioShock Remastered, Borderlands, Castlevania, Lords of Shadow on the
Lords of
PS3.
Shadow was amazing.
Right.
One of the greatest action games ever.
Yeah?
So good.
Dark Cloud 2.
Kojima actually produced that.
Kojima.
Fear is actually going to be on there. That's fucking dope.
Fear would be dope.
Oh, Infamous 1, 2, and the Festival of Blood. All the Jack and Daxters. Like, fuck.
Sly Cooper?
I forgot about Jack and Daxter's.
Oh, no Sly Cooper.
Ooh, Tekken 2.
Tekken 2.
Dude,
shit, that
Tekken
should
2.
be Tekken 3.
Tekken
True.
3 was
It
the
should be
bomb.
Tekken 3.
Tekken 3 was so good. We own Tekken 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you own it now. You stole it. From
No, we. You said I could keep all the shit, so what?
No,
did?
no, actually, yeah, I did.
Well, yeah. So that whole list is up now, and it's
It's a
it's
bad
actually got
decision.
some good stuff. When Vikings Attack, apparently, from the PlayStation 3 is going to be.
So,
on there.
how about this? What do you
I don't
guys think about this compared to the Game Pass? Like, do you think Xbox has a better opportunity than PlayStation right now still?
I still feel like Xbox. Their idea is really awesome. Their game selection is just so repetitive, though, and that's why they had the.
I don't know. I disagree. I signed up for the Game Pass. Granted, I haven't used it at all, a little bit here and there, but I just haven't had time. But I haven't been playing a lot of video games lately, just in general.
Yeah.
But I was actually surprised by the list of stuff that they had.
Me too.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of like platformers and RPGs and shit, and I was like Octopath Traveler was on there and shit, and I'm just like,
That's fucking dope.
There's just some weird titles, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like this list too.
Right. And I do feel like the Xbox One is getting better, though.
It is
Especially with their acquisitions of, like, Bethesda
Yes.
and id and all that
They're
shit.
getting-
It's just going to get better. So, I really do think that's a great idea. I actually like Xbox a whole lot more than I like Nintendo now. And I used to hate Xbox, too.
Yes, I would vouch for that.
So, yeah.
Very much in him. So, what does PlayStation need to do to get to that point? Because obviously they're just releasing.
Yeah, they just got to keep doing this now. I feel like they just started. They just got to keep improving it.
Yeah.
When I was working at GameStop, MLB The Show was a Sony game, right? And they just gave permission to Xbox to use it, and we were selling the copies. We had all of our pre-order like ads everywhere, and then they came out and said it was coming out for free. Our pre-order numbers just shot to the ground, and PlayStation was pissed. That's part of the reason why it might seem like some of them are are kind of like repetitive is because that some companies don't want to work with them. They don't want their like all their software sales and everything will tank because you're
It actually really
with
hurt
hardware and everything.
the last Oddworld. That really hurt them. That game came
'cause
out
no one's
immediately
gonna
for the
buy it.
PS5, like for free on that PlayStation Plus month.
I mean, you could have seen that coming though. Why would they sign up to do that?
I don't know why, because that is
Sony
such a
didn't
game
know.
that there's just so many people that want it, and if you give like half of them it for free, you're not getting more. You just took away half.
I can't remember though.
Like-
Wasn't it kind of expensive? Wasn't it like $50 or something? Or
No, it just took like 2 months longer to get it physically than it
that's
was
right.
digital.
Which is such a weird thing to do. It's like,
I don't know why
why?
they did that.
just release them at the same time. It's the same thing with fucking limited run. Like, give people the digital code, like we were talking about last time. Like, if you're gonna sell me a physical game that comes out at a different time than the digital version of this game, you give me access to the digital version, even temporarily, until you give me a
Right.
physical copy. But
Right.
Yeah,
bah,
that's a right there. But
they're like, maybe we can get you to buy it twice. Like, you fucking tricky fuckers.
One of my pleasant surprises from the Game Pass was Age of Empires. When I was growing up, we used to play the crap out of that, and they had the new one. So I was stoked. I kept it for a couple months. I actually downloaded to play NBA 2K with my nephew. But
Nice.
it's not bad. I actually think the Game Pass is legit. Yeah, if they could keep expanding it. But even right now, man, I mean, you got all your Gears, you got all your Halos. If you're really an Xbox fan, they've got a lot of great. Oh, they've got all of them on there just about.
Yeah.
yep.
It's tight. I like that games are becoming more accessible in that way, because it's like I think a lot of people always think that I think making a new game free or streaming digitally is going to tank the sales of a game initially, right? Mm-hmm. Which has two weird effects, I think, on the future of the game, because it's like I have to think about that in that regard too, where it's like the sales of Oddworld Soulstorm tanked because they gave it out for free, which means it didn't make many copies.
Right.
And they're not making copies still, probably. So that, and we still have a bunch of those Steelbook versions that are hella cheap. And I'm like, those are going to start to jump eventually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Once they're just not at Walmart, and once they... All the clearance games usually end up being worth something, which is weird, right?
Eventually.
That's the weird thing, is like Earthbound was a clearance game. And it's like games that don't do well but are good. And I think that's a weird anomaly where they released it digitally for free, fucked the sales on physical versions, which will in the future have an impact on that games. That's one I'm specking on.
Oh yeah.
That's one I'm like, that'll go.
It's a good spec.
I mean, it's already happened with games like Minecraft and Fortnite.
Did you see
Yeah.
a sealed copy of Minecraft on the Xbox 360 sells for $100?
No.
We had to look
way.
that up like 2 weeks ago at the
That's
store, and I was like,
fucking-
Wait,
"Get the
what?
fuck out of here!"
A $20 game. And
We were
if you buy it
just selling-
used, it's like $20-$25. But a new copy of Minecraft on the 360 is fucking $100 right now. It's like,
Wow.
it's just weird.
Yeah. So it's games like that they picked up Steam after they did the physical release and nobody bought it.
Right.
That are really pricey ones. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping my collector's edition of Oddworld in great shape.
True.
That's crazy.
That's a kick-ass collection too.
Minecraft. He actually brought up a good point about Minecraft the other day when we were talking about it, because he's got kids that are playing Minecraft, and he says the one thing that bothers him about it is that they can't lose and they can't win. It's just a constant like circle of constant creation and doing the same thing all day long.
It depends on what mode you're playing, though, because if you
Right.
play free build, then that's what it is. But if you're playing like adventure mode, then the creepers can kill you. So
Correct.
they have options like that, but I agree with you. Most people do the free build mode.
A lot of
Right.
people do the free build mode, and so it teach kids or the new generation of video gamers to learn how to learn how to lose.
I mean, learning
learn
how to
how to
learn
win.
is a thing. It totally is. Like, I suck at learning.
Because you think about when we were kids, we always had to play till you died, and then it was the next person's turn. Like there was no like, oh, you got to go to this, and it really made you like dedicated, focused to that game, committed for however long until you could beat it.
True. I think I think yes, that it doesn't necessarily like pose that challenge, that game particularly, but I think that's why there's so many different games, because it's like although kids like that game, I think because of the lack of challenge, and it's especially good for like younger kids to understand how to navigate the 3D world, and it's really good at teaching those concepts.
That's a good point. Yeah.
In blocks, right? So I mean, it's like I always tell parents it's Legos. It's
Digital.
digital Legos.
Virtual Legos.
But
It's actually a good point.
But it also has like you have to combine elements. So you're understanding basically like the crafting in a lot of video games that becomes a lot more complicated in the games like The Witcher and stuff. But this is the most like fundamental way to teach people how to play. And I think that's why it's so revealing why people like it so much, because when we started learning video games, they were awful at teaching us how to play it.
Oh, you had to figure it out.
You had to figure everything out, and it was, or somebody had to tell you, or you had to wait for a fucking magazine that's like, oh, you fuckers didn't tell me that.
You gotta kneel.
You
with
gotta
the
kneel
thing
at
to get to the tornado.
Yeah, the fucking tornado in
Right.
Castlevania 2. It's like they don't tell you that shit. So I think,
They don't.
but I mean, I had a shit ton of fun playing my Muppets fucking water tubing game because I could play it. I was good enough at it, and I think so. If you make something accessible enough, some people take it really far, right? Where they're
Sure.
like, I'm gonna build all of Westeros in fucking Minecraft. It's like, okay, go play something else. You know, go get a wood shop or something. But yeah, I think for kids at least it's good because it's like my kid sucks at video games.
Yeah.
Bad. So
I'm sorry.
so bad.
You want to talk about it right now?
We've talked about it several
have talked
times. I mean,
about
Raph just puts Juliet to shame, dude. It's fucking.
Raph's a tiny
He puts
prodigy,
me to
though.
shame. Man. Like there's times he'll be kicking ass in certain games. I'm like, I don't even know what the hell he's doing. I don't know where he's even shooting at, and it's working. We're living.
Yeah, he's actually
Winning the
learned
game.
now like the random button combination to change the weapon on the arcade version of Metal Slug. Which is like, that's like some developer deep shit. And he's like, Dad, check it out. I could change my gun. Bloop. And he's got a shotgun all of a sudden. I'm like, the fuck just happened?
He's just hacking the game through buttons now.
Through like controls or something. I don't know what the fuck he did at all.
What the fuck?
I was just like,
He probably found some YouTube video or some shit.
he probably did.
He loves Metal Slug. That shit's crazy.
Every time we talk about anything, like when I bought my Sonic socks the other day, it's like, those are cool. Do they have Metal Slug ones?
Nothing's as cool as Metal
I know. It's like, buddy, I swear to God, if I ever see anything Metal Slug, I will buy it. He's like, do they make Metal Slug ones?
You're like, no.
It's like, no.
They don't.
It's like, you are Metal Slug's biggest fan. So, yeah, so there should be Metal Slug like a towel, right? It's like, oh, buddy. It's
I
like,
just want some Metal Slug shoes.
I can literally swoop in and be the coolest uncle and find something.
oh, I'm
Metal
sure
Slug.
you can find something. It's just like every time we're in Walmart. And he's like, there's Sonic, though. It's like, yeah, but
It's not the same.
not
son.
the same.
It's not
bud.
the same.
He's like, there's Batman.
They're like, look, if there was Doom shit everywhere, I would be excited.
Yeah. It's just hard to explain. It's like, what you like isn't what everyone likes. It's like,
What?
there's Mickey Mouse.
Feel like
though.
most people don't even know what the fuck Metal Slug is anymore.
Right.
I wouldn't know if it wasn't for your arcade unit.
That'll happen.
Nice. Hey,
Educating
it's for the children.
Yep.
Just like Wu-Tang.
Just like we did.
We're
know
just
it.
like Wu-Tang here at Level 7 Games.
Buy them next week, 1999.
Exactly. RZA, be on the podcast, please. RZA, Razor. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
What?
Wu-Tang's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I was having a
I
conversation.
don't want to just agree with you. I want to make sure.
Yeah. You never know if it's gonna go. Whoa, abortion. Got him.
Dang, got him.
Walked into that one.
So the PlayStation thing.
Yeah, we covered that. Did you want to keep talking about it?
No, I didn't know we were done.
I didn't know what else there is to say. I mean, it sounds like a good list. Hopefully, there's enough to add. But I mean, they're not buying studios at the same rate that Microsoft is. So
That's true.
we'll see what happens.
I mean, they already have studios that crank out good shit, though.
right? But
I mean, Xbox has Forza. some people like
They
Halo
bought
now.
Bethesda, bro. They bought Activision.
Oh, I know. I'm once all that
Yeah.
shit starts kicking in, it's gonna be crazy.
Right, and
But,
that's
like,
what,
right
that's what
now.
that's what I mean. Oh, or whatever you say, Sammy Hagar. Right now.
I'm just saying, right now, there's okay stuff on Xbox, and I'm happy
Sting.
it's getting better. But
I tried.
Close. Sting and Sammy Hagar are basically the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even close.
They almost sound the same.
Our interpretations of them do.
yeah, I think when Xbox finally makes the next iteration of the Series X, I'll probably buy in with the older model, and then I feel like that'll be the perfect time to have an Xbox.
Yeah, I have mine,
Yeah.
and I just, like I said, I just
makes
don't
sense.
play the damn thing. It's just, I have my PlayStation, I have my Xbox, and I'm like, see ya, either of you. Nice knowing you guys. I'm glad you're there for me, but we'll get back to it. We'll get
Emotional
some
support.
time. Exactly.
Emotional support.
I know I can play a video game if I really wanted to.
Right. Some weeks you just can't though, like because we finally got the Evil Dead.
Hey,
I've played it for like an hour.
They're fast.
Dude, the
Those
Deadites are fucking fast. And so far, the gameplay is incredible. I was not expecting it to be that good.
okay.
Really good. I was trying to like watch him, and it was so frustrating because I'd be like, "Why aren't you swinging at these
Deadites.
deadites?" Thank you. I want to call them zombies, and he had to correct me the other day. The deadites are running at you, and he couldn't even respond fast enough, and he's watching them run at him. I mean, they're sprinting at you,
Well, I mean, if they're coming right at me, I could normally do something, but they do come at you from like everywhere.
and you can't hear it. There's no more.
So yeah, they just like pop up behind you like bam, like, fuck.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
I
it's,
wonder if this is going to be one of those weird survival horror campy games that ends up being worth a bunch of money later, like Splatterhouse or
I
some
mean,
shit
it's
like that.
it's Evil Dead. It's one of those things that for some reason don't sell immediately, but then everybody eventually is like, oh yeah, Evil Dead, and then they start trying to buy it, and then it gets expensive.
Yeah, it's like everybody who's all of a sudden like, I only like practical effects. Everybody, then they're like, I'm an Evil Dead junkie now.
Yep. That's exactly how it happens. Happens to everybody at some point.
Cultured people, that is. Mm. I like that we both just.
I definitely became a.
Yeah, you got to have a good Yoda like. That's a good one.
Let me see your dark side. God, sound like a choking Ewok.
It's the wrong character. God damn it! Which one's Yoda again?
He's one of the Tusken Raiders, right? He's got the thing, the gun, the long gun.
That's a sand person.
Whoa.
God.
Anyhow.
Oh man, I almost just slipped back into talking about Star Wars for a third week in a row. I don't think we need to do that.
Houdini.
No.
No, we're doing it. Yeah, I like PlayStation and I like Microsoft. I didn't like Microsoft when they launched the Xbox One because they tried to go all digital, and now they're like,
Yeah.
hey, what if we did both? And I'm like, that's a cool idea. Why didn't you say that to begin with, fuckers?
Because we were tired of people sharing games.
I think the Xbox S's have finally caught up though, because we have a ton of them and we don't sell through them.
Oh
that
man,
fast.
everybody has S's.
Yeah, everyone's got them now. So it's like that part has caught up. It's not the X. No, the X's are hard to come by now still.
They've become more available though, and Sony's still supposed to have some shit dropping too. I mean, they said they got their production up finally, but who knows what that means? Like 5 or 6 PlayStations.
Right. Just because they get it up doesn't mean they'll use it right. But yeah,
Yes.
I believe that is all we can really talk about on that one. But,
No, that was great. I actually didn't know that they were coming out with all these. I am a PlayStation fan, but I didn't know that they were doing these. I heard something, but
so yeah, should we move on to how to win your chance to win a jacket?
Did we actually talk about how we were going to do that?
No, I thought you already had some.
I do.
Oh damn!
What if you put a comment. Just comment your favorite, metal band. It's a metal style logo. I'll show you again. We can just pop the art up. I'll send you the art.
Yeah.
And then it's name your favorite metal band in the comment section below, and we'll select a person who comments.
Yeah.
And then that person, we will ask for your information, where to ship the jacket you win, and then when you get it, you can put it on your body.
So
it'll protect you from the wind.
Can this be like rock, or does it need to be metal?
Metal.
Are we talking Slipknot? Are we talking
I mean, I would be okay with
System of Down?
anything like harder than Foo Fighters. Like, I think Foo Fighters is kind of like
Okay.
they're on the edge of hard rock to metal, and they
Gotcha.
have some songs like White Limo and stuff that kind of border on that. But
Yeah.
System I would go metal. They're
They're
heavy
actually pretty
enough.
metal. I love System.
Yeah,
System of Down.
that's true. They're pretty good.
What would yours be if you got to pick?
Oh shit.
get one.
I'm just gonna say dope.
Oh yeah, did you ever listen to Dope?
I didn't listen to a lot of Dope.
They're pretty dope.
That's pretty dope.
They're pretty
I
dope.
gotta listen to some
Pretty
dope.
dope.
So
No, they're not my favorite though, but that'd just be the one I'd be like, nobody else is gonna say dope.
We
I'm
were
gonna
just-
throw down dope.
Listening to it earlier. That's good reminder.
I don't know what my favorite.
I actually really liked System of a Down, but since I already said that, I really liked Rage Against the Machine. I thought that they had some pretty solid ones, and we were just talking about that. I was a big time Limp Bizkit fan. Sorry, I answered 2, but does that 2 entries?
No.
Damn it.
I'll take Rage Against the Machine as an answer.
They're good.
I think, yeah.
Did you not like them?
No, I like them. No, I love Rage.
Be honest.
Be honest, motherfucker. If you don't like them,
Do you not like them?
I love Rage. Yeah. No, Tom Morello's a badass, or at least he was. I saw his new. Well, I say new band. This was probably 10 years ago now, but like it was just him with an acoustic guitar singing about this is a union town, and I'm like, I don't like this. I don't want to hear you sing, Tom Morello. I want you to play cool guitars with work kind of stuff going on.
That's why they originally kind of broke up, or at least from what I've heard, what I've read, whatever. They said that it got too political for the rest of the bandmates. Like it got to be too much politics and like all this stuff. They weren't enjoying it anymore.
I mean that's fucking their whole shtick between Tom Morello and Zach De La Roca.
They're coming back on tour.
Yeah, which I'm excited about. I mean, they're a really good band. I think a lot of the stuff they were saying has got a lot of merit, and they rock hard, tasty abs, washerboard style.
Put on your Jinko jeans and those big old baggy, what were they, like wool sweaters? Everyone had them with a hood.
Yeah,
They were always like
Super
no,
puffy.
no. Now I wear shorts
Hemp-
that go above
hemp
my
sweaters.
knees.
Yup.
I used to wear shorts that almost went to my ankles, and
Yeah,
now
me
they're
too.
above my knees. I remember the Jinko days. People like buy and sell those like for a bunch of money now.
Do they really?
Yeah, dude. It's
Jinkos?
Like
Dude,
hell yeah.
there's no more Jinkos. There's only so many.
Well,
It's
they
like
tried to
starter
come back into
jackets, too.
business. They tried to re-kick it in it was like 10 years ago. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact date, but it was in the last decade. They tried to bring it back and no one was buying it.
You don't want new Jinkos.
Yeah,
You want old Jinkos.
I just like the big old logo. We'd always go to JCPenney, you see that big old logo, and you're like, if you could get a logo that somebody else doesn't have.
it's true. And then they had like occasionally they would have like a cool like character coming out of the pocket or
Yeah.
some shit like
oh,
that.
man, I forgot about the
Like
characters.
my buddy Ryan had this big ass like fucking kangaroo coming out of one of the pouch, out of his pockets, and it like was stitched over, and it made the pocket unusable. But it was so cool, it didn't matter, because it's like we were in middle school, so who needs a back pocket for your wallet? You don't carry a wallet.
Just mechanical.
But I did
pencil,
notice that
baby.
the pocket was non-functional because of it. It
was
still
so-
bothers me to this day.
haunts my dreams.
You want to talk about? Oh wait, yeah.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
That's a chance.
You're never Why is this happening?
God.
The ghosts of my past.
Jinko really ruined you.
Yeah, they hurt me. They cut me deep, Mick.
I'm gonna pull out my Jinkos.
Do you still have Jinkos?
I think we donated them a long time ago for like a tent, because you could blow them up to the size of a tent. Just put a stick right in the middle, and they go. You could sleep under them.
So we got Rage. So yours was dope.
Yeah. What was yours?
I mean, my favorite would probably be Disturbed. But I was just trying to think of a fun one that most people wouldn't say.
I do like Disturbed.
I don't know.
What would
I don't
yours
think-
be?
I don't know. I'd probably say like animals as leaders, or I like them a lot. I'm trying to think, like, metal is hard because it's just so vast now.
If you went with heavy metal, I'd be a Slipknot fan. I used to love that, but they're in the metal category. I'm just saying they're metal, and then you could say System of a Down's metal, but they are two completely different types of levels of metal.
Yeah, System of a Down is interesting because they're almost like new metal.
Yeah.
And then maybe, like, whatever the fuck that means. It's so hard with genres because it's like, what really defines, like, hard metal versus... I mean, I guess death metal's got a lot more, like, blast beats.
Yeah.
Where you're kind of like going. I don't like death metal too much. I'm not into screaming.
I'm not into death that much.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't really like. I like being alive. That shit's tight.
Let's tight.
I like. There's a band called Protest the Hero, and that dude, they're real good. And then the guy can sing. Like, he's got huge range, but he does like some of the screaming stuff too, but just not as much. It's not the whole time he's just like screaming in your ear, because that stresses me the fuck out.
I went to a metal concert once, and a dude got in a fight with the bouncer. Somehow got lifted up and fell on his head and completely got knocked out. And they dragged his body off of the floor, and people just kept going.
That's what we do, baby.
So we do at metals.
Yeah.
Who's next? And the security guard, actually, when he jumped off the stage. Okay, I'm not making this up. Literally, security guard's huge. He's like 6'4", maybe 250, 270. He gets up there, takes his shirt off.
Hell yeah.
His shirt off.
Do this
Where it
chest
says
slap.
security. And then he just jumps into the crowd and tackles the guy that he was trying to. Because the guy was being a little douchebag. He was literally purposely like punching girls and stuff. Like, instead of being in the pit, he was going out of his way to punch everybody on the outside.
It's really weird. Yeah, people. There's always like that one dude at a metal show
Just
where you're
takes it
like,
too far.
What are you doing? Why? Like too far, but also just like,
Who let you outside?
why are you doing? Yeah, it's like, what would make you even think that this is okay? Like, yeah, who let you outside?
The last show.
This is probably their first time
That's
out.
a good.
Yeah.
The last show I went to, a guy went around biting people on the shoulder.
What?
Yeah, he bit like 3 people before he got freaking taken out. Like, first taken out, like, knocked out, and then they dragged him out.
Well, I mean, like, was he a vampire?
He may have been a vampire. It was a prop
Was it a-
concert, so
was
you
it a-
never know who the fuck's
this was
going
a
to be
prop?
there. Yeah.
Was it like a
What?
Was it like
weird.
a Blade type scenario? It's like,
I love Blade. I'd be down if it was
raining
Blade.
down.
dude, me and Lee
Bite
just
me.
watched the whole fucking Blade
Trilogy?
That shit was tight.
I haven't seen all
That
3 of
third
them in a
one
long
is
time.
so good, and so many people just were like, "It was dumb." It's like, what?
we should
Did you
watch
watch
that
it
later.
again?
Some motherfucker always trying to ice skate uphill.
I scared a pearl.
What?
I mean, it's pretty smart advice, Wesley Snipes. Did you pay your taxes yet? Just run quick.
I feel like that was the heavy of Matrix.
Yeah.
Kind of like the same vibe. Not a different story, but it's got like a darker presence with the battle scenes, the fighting.
It was brutal,
Oh,
too.
dude,
like,
blood everywhere. Like, that was...
He fucked people.
Donnie Yen
Yeah.
was in part 2.
Yes.
Fucking
The Ip Man.
hell yeah.
Okay.
Ip Man, hell yeah.
Stupid question. Did you guys ever watch Kill Bill?
Yes, of course.
Dude, that is overly... I remember the first scene, like the first battle scene, I was just like, why is it this bloody? Like, I get they're all dying, but good Lord. It was good, though. Or I'd watch it again. Or I have watched it a lot.
Seems like I've watched it so many times. In fact, I'm watching it right now. That was good.
Wiggle your big toe.
Okay, wait.
That really,
Metal band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I would probably I don't know. I'm like looking around my room like for an answer. Like I wrote a secret like, oh, what's my favorite metal band? I don't know. It's so hard. I can't decide. Strawberry Girls. I do like them. They're like instrumental metal, like math metal kind of.
Man, you're talking about some pretty... all I know was like mainstream. You're over
John
here
goes
talking
into the
some...
deep cuts.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
We can go. I mean, if I had to just pick like a more mainstream metal band, I mean, I'd probably just go with Metallica. Honestly, like
Metallica's
they're
good.
so classic. It's like they fucking set the like they're corny as fuck now, but
They're kind of the goat, though, of that, like...
exactly. It's like
You can't hate on them being our generation.
the Black album was amazing. Ride the
Amazing.
Lightning was fucking fantastic. Kill 'Em All. Kill 'Em All is one of the greatest albums. I mean, I got that one on vinyl. That's probably the album that made me play the guitar. So.
No way. Okay, Metallica's good. Not discrediting the other ones. I just have never heard of it.
No, for sure. And I mean,
I'm sure they
that's
go-
just
go
just
hard.
me trying to sound cool.
You don't have
No,
to.
I'm just gonna.
It didn't work. It actually didn't work.
Dang it! It never does. That's the trick about trying to sound cool. Never works.
Never works.
All right. Well, I believe that is a great point to sign off.
That nothing ever works?
That's right.
True.
So yeah. Until next time, official sign off.
Official sign off. Be well.
Thanks for having me.